All right, if you made it this far into the series, thank you so much for watching all of that. I hope you learned a thing or two. There's more videos on the inside, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to really go that deep without having access to the dashboard. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what's more in the Minoma analytics features at this point in time. So we've covered all the things on the daily pretty much. So obviously we have different time frames. We have the weekly and we have the daily. So we pretty much just have the same thing, but then on the weekly time frame. So right here we can see for the weeks how many times we're putting in P1s and P2s on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day of the week. And it's actually been really cool to see. We've been saying Tuesday's the new Monday. If you select this, you can see that Tuesday has been on an absolute tear lately. Tuesday has been really been putting in a lot more P1s. We have been noticing that Sunday has been putting in a lot less during this whole time, but now it's picking up again. And we are in the bull run. So, or at least I think we're in the bull run. So it could make sense that in the bull run, we're going to see an increase in Sundays where we just see continued trending days or trending weeks. Well, where did this go? This is something you can see from the data on Friday. We can see the Friday put in a lot more P1 and P2. So all this went to Friday. So very interesting data. And not only that, you might see this. And again, I'm just glimpsing over it. Not everything is going to make sense. But right here, you can see which session most often puts in the weekly P1 and weekly P2, right? So we looked at the daily. Now we're looking at the weekly, like which day of the week puts in P1 and P2 most often. We can see that Asia puts it in most often. But if we press, for example, Monday, we will get it just for Monday. So this is showing us if Monday puts in the weekly P1, how often does that happen for the Asia session, New York session, London, and post? So, or how often, or which section puts it in the most? So right here we can see that Asia puts in the weekly P1 55% of the time if it's on a Monday. So you can do this for other assets. I'll tell you that there's actually an asset with pretty cool statistics on Solana. But that's the weekly. And then we also have the same thing on the 4 hour, and the 4 hour is basically the same thing as what we saw on the other, on the daily and the weekly. The difference is that we look at each 4 hour candle in the day. So here we see 4 hour block. We have an extra filter, so we can select which 4 hour candle we're looking at. So we have midnight, 4 a.m., 8 a.m. until, and so on and so on. Just 6 4 hour blocks in a day. You have 6 4 hour candles in a day. And then we can look at the data for each of those candles. So right now I have all of them selected. So this is aggregated data, but we can see how often P1 and P2 is put in per 30-minute block. So we're dividing the 4 hour into 8 30-minute blocks, right? This 8 30-minute blocks in 4 hour. And we can do the same here as we can do with the other data. We can use time adjusted. So we can see time adjusted probabilities of how probable it is that a certain P1 and P2 holds. And to make life easier, we have the indicator that shows here. We have 4 hour open and the 4 hour close. And right here we can see the first block right here. You can see here 2, 3. So this means start of the second block, start of the third block, and so on. So right now it's very easy to see the 4 hour P1 in the first block and the 4 hour P2 in the second block. So all I have to do now is just press this, and I will get the time adjusted filters. And I can also look at just the data for that block. So right now I'm looking for all the blocks, but if I just press this one, then I will see this one is actually way more inclined and way more often been happening way more often lately on that first 30-minute block, which is where P1 is in right now. So that's just a very quick glimpse of the other features, and I think you can already get a notion if you start combining all three of those, then that's pretty powerful. We've been doing some pretty cool stuff with it, especially the 4 hour data has been proven very valuable. And we're going to be expanding on this. We're going to be expanding on, the time frames. We're going to go into the 1 hour as well, so that we can have even more better timed entries, so to say. We're going to expand into other non-time-based statistics features, like we're going to collect, we already have the data, but we're going to present how often, for example, New York takes out the Asia session, how likely it is to, if it takes a load to go back up, and so on and so on. So we have a lot of features planned. We want to add ES, NQ, indices data, a lot of features planned. It's all coming up, but at this time, we are really specializing on time-based data, and it's already some very cool data, but we do plan on adding a lot more. So if you're interested, it would be really cool to see you on the inside of Minoma Analytics. Go to our website, minomaanalytics.com, to sign up, or just join our free Discord. Drop the link below in this video, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have right there. We're also doing live streams there every week where we show the dashboard, and you can ask any questions during the live stream there. So I hope you enjoyed this free video series. I really hope you picked a couple of things up, and hopefully see you inside the Minoma Analytics Discord.